My name is Alyce, aka Auntie Outside, and my authenticity, good vibes, chicken, and chairs that I can find for you to do wherever you are, inside or outside, is always dripping in black.
Welcome to the Dripping in Black podcast, where we celebrate Black excellence throughout the Black diaspora. Our special guest host is Mr. Al Pete from the MPN Network.
What's up, people? Good day, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another edition of Dripping in Black. I am your special guest, Mr. Al Pete from Mr. Peterson's Neighborhood, aka the MPN Network, your favorite neighbor and cousin on the block. That is me. And yeah, I am the special guest for Dripping in Black, like I stated. Thank y'all for always hitting play on all of the shows. We greatly appreciate it. I haven't been on one in a minute, but this is a special one for sure. So before we get into it, we're going to give our announcements and such. So first off, make sure you subscribe to the page, Dripping in Black. And also make sure you go to drippinginblack.com so you can stay up on everything. And even the shows that you miss, you can go back and check out the old ones. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, follow on Instagram, DIBK Black.com. All right. So check that out. Check that thing out. And also for the swag, go to dibkdripshop.com where you can get some of that swag. Listen, and I'm fumbling the bag so hard because I have my MPN mug right now, but I'm nursing myself. But nevertheless, Dripping in Black has mugs like this. I'll probably go and grab it before the show is over with. But nevertheless, go in there and get some swag. They got shirts and all of the great things. dibkdripshop.com and check it out. All right. So, y'all see Dominic Lawson on here, the award-winning Dominic Lawson on here. So I am here today to bring my friend on. My man, she's such she's the dopest, y'all. She's the dopest. So I'm gonna say my version first, and then I'll read the bio. But this young lady, it started off with, and I can't truly remember. Well, the first time I thought we met, and we'll discuss it when we bring her on. But like I want to say, I remember her at one of my DJ spots, and she used to always like make fun of me, and I always thought it was the dopest that she would make so much fun of me. She would make so much fun of me, and it was like the funniness became like this awareness, and I was like, yeah, she's tuned in, like she's tuned in to like how I play, how I move, et cetera, et cetera. And I just thought that was very inquisitive for people. When people can have that energy to do that, I feel like they're very special at that. So then I started following her more and more with a lot of work that she does. And I know she calls me the community guy. And shouts out to the producer, Square. He calls me the community guy as well. But she's right in the battlefields with me when it comes to community and just being righteous and being keen for the people, and giving the people what they want, and solution oriented. You know what I'm saying? Just really wanting to solve solutions, but make sure that they're solved at an ease pace, and really just filling the void of that. And I can go on and on, but I'm gonna start with the bio. Alyce, the creator of ThriftNic, is a visionary behind Auntie Outside and Miss Thrifty Rose, a content creator, podcaster, and community connector. She's passionate about storytelling, plus side representation, and bringing people together through unique experiences. A proud Jacksonville native, Alyce uses her platform to amplify overlooked voices, celebrate sustainable fashion, and inspire others to step outside because what's the best that can happen? Right? What's the best that can happen? Ladies and gentlemen, Alyce Rose. What's up, ma'am?
Hello. Thank you for that amazing intro.
Listen, man. Uh, I don't want to do too much calling out on what my producer stated, but listen, you definitely one of my favorite people, inside and outside of these battlegrounds that we face daily. You know what I'm saying, with the work that we do, even just on a personal aspect of it. You know what I'm saying, being of color, being respectfully a woman in the space, a man in the space, and so I commend you and I respect you so much. And you're funny as all outdoors. Have you thought about doing comedy?
I very much did harass you for the first part of our relationship. It was my favorite Friday night activity. I'm like, I'm going to see Al Pete, and I'm sorry, I'm going to see Mr. Al Pete, and I'm going to harass him. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to tip him because he gave me an incredible time with some great music and a great vibe. And everybody should tip their DJs. So yeah, that was my Fridays.
Listen, I appreciate you for that. And like I said, it was just at first it was like, okay, it's certain people who I'll give that look like you have no right to pick on me or make fun of me. But with Miss Rose, man, it was just all fun. Even when she walked in, I was like, "Oh, we about to have a good time tonight." And even with that, like as many times walked in and just uplifted my spirits because it'd be something I come in, I might set up, and I'm just like the day already on me or whatever. So I just appreciate you for being that or whatnot. But let's
Yeah.
dive into it in regards to the community aspect of it. Like I feel like that's one of the main things that community does, man. Community, you're supposed to be able to go to your community and feel uplifted or feel like you can take something and add to your repertoire. As at the same time too, you should be able to give to your community as well. So um I never thought of myself as being a community guy or a community connector or whatnot. But speak on that in regards to you. Like, how do you feel about being this community connector, which you are?
Yeah, for me, it comes from being on both sides of it. I was on the overlooked side, or what I felt like was the overlooked side, and I felt like nobody saw me. My friends and family, they would find value in me. At the time, I was working at the housing authority, and then I left there after like 7 years and went to the bookstore at my alma mater, Edward Waters. And I felt like those groups of people saw me, but I just felt like there was more people that I wanted to reach that may feel like I feel like, why is it that I'm always so overlooked? And it just came from me putting myself out there, but I couldn't be outside and outward until I was good inside. And that was
Mm,
the real work that had to be done for me to be anything to anybody besides my mama grandkids, because they come first.
right.
And everybody knows boy child and girl child, when it come to them, they first. They get most of me. So the fact
Mm,
that what I'm giving the community at my some days 30, 20% is still a beautiful thing from my heart. Like it's still a lot that I have to give. So yeah, it's work.
gotcha. It's work. Okay. So, well, speaking on that, let's go back to the young Elise. Let's go back to what was she like? Um, because of course,
Woo!
in our formative years, we doing a lot of exploring. We probably get exposed to things that we like or don't like, but um, your previous answer was rooted into something. So let's talk about the young Elise. What was she like?
Well, picture it, Jacksonville, 2010. In my Sophia voice. I actually was in the early college program in high school. So I graduated college the first weekend. The next weekend was my high school prom. The following weekend was my high school graduation. And the next weekend was my family reunion. But that morning I got married. They didn't know I was
Wow.
dating anybody. They're like, what? Yeah. So in between the wedding and the family reunion was us moving into our apartment together. Like
Mm,
I chose what I was gonna do and I did it. That was just how I always have has been. It's always been me. I'm the baby of 4. So me and my closest brother are 10 years apart. So I didn't really have that, like sibling in the house. My parents were old. It was very much give her whatever she want. If she crying, give her what she want. Because what is going on? Why is there noises being made? And we too old for this. So through
mm,
that, it was me, it was my books, and it was whatever my mind told me to do. And my mind told me to get married the week after I graduated high school and college, and that's what I did.
mm.
So that really shaped a
So that
lot
was
of who I am.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, those events was like, I mean, that's what 5 events within a month sound
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. And
So
every
you
every
had a lot
last
of
event,
time to think.
yeah, every last event said, "Don't do it, reconsider," and I was like, "But I love him."
Mm,
It's a
okay.
mess.
So
It
that
was a mess.
so you're saying that shaped you. I mean, obviously, it shaped you into the person that you are currently when it comes to like your brands and just how you treat. What do you say your grand
My mom's grandkids. My
your
mom's
mom's
grandkids.
grandkids?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's who they are. That's who they are. But it shaped me because it truly is the ethos of what's the best that can happen. Like I tell anybody,
Mhm,
I had to meet him. I had to marry him. I had to go through that time, no matter how much it was rough, but I had to go through that time because it made me who I am today. And it's times I'll see him and I'm just like, you were really the best thing to happen to me, not because of the marriage or the love or the kids or any of that, but it made me step into this person that nobody can ever take away from me. So
mhm.
we got to give him his flowers because he did something right. He gave y'all Auntie Outside. He gave y'all Miss Thrifty Rose, as you know it, in a way.
In a way, in a
In a
way,
way. In a
gotcha.
way.
So before the auntie's house, I mean, auntie outside, and ThriftNic, all of the things, Thrifty Rose or whatnot. I remember we talked about this before, but you were dabbling in the. Well, first of all, what was the major at Edward Waters at EW?
Business. So I did after
Okay.
raising the kids, I decided to go back and I did the climb program. So I just wanted a degree in something. I had to have a degree in something. So I did the night classes
Mhm.
and finished up with my degree in organizational management.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's, I mean, well, that's parallel to somewhat the communications, media world or whatnot, because you're
It's a
very
degree.
heavy into that, and we'll get into that
It's a
a
degree.
little bit more. But I know we talked about it before
It taught
about,
me
you were kind of
how
helping
to work
out.
with people.
Was that?
It taught me how to work with people. That's what it taught me. That was the biggest thing it
Gotcha.
taught me.
Okay. So I know you mentioned that you was doing, doing some work here and there with certain people in regards to like some of the communication stuff, like, um, what was it like the marketing, advertising, or
Well, no.
newsletters in that regards?
I wasn't doing all that. I was the bookstore manager. So I managed their
The
college
bookstore man.
textbooks. That's what I did.
Nah, it was we talked about this, and you was saying that you was doing like it was something that you said you was mentioning. You mentioned that you do that you did it like not often or whatnot. It just it brought me more to you thinking that okay, well she has a key for she knows how this kind of communications media world works. She might not be in it, but she's definitely working it and she understands it completely.
I think it's just in me. That's kind of what I've landed
Okay.
on. My
Okay.
mom, she's had so many different businesses. We used to sell baby clothes up and down the southeast at craft shows from when I was a baby. I mean, that's something they
Okay.
did for years. She's had a home daycare. So she's always been that and I've always seen that. So these are things that people are like, "Oh, you're so good at that." Baby, I don't know what I'm doing. I ain't never did this before. I just truly believe what's the best that could happen and however this turns out is how it was supposed to turn out. That's all I got.
I follow. I follow. I
Yeah.
follow. Which makes this leading up to, all the things that you're part of, like more remarkable to know because like I stated, I like I said, it was a conversation we had, and when you mentioned something about I don't want to say like newsletters or something. But now that
I had
now
an
that you
Auntie
said that, I'm
Outside
kind of thinking
newsletter.
like, say it again.
I had an Auntie Outside newsletter, but that was, recently. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
it
would do
was
bookstore
if
activities, like, I would do things for my bookstore kid like, those were my kids. I mean, we the same
okay.
age and y'all are my kids, like, I would do events for them and, oh, we was gonna eat. If nothing else, we was gonna eat. I was gonna make sure the weekends we was not leaving hungry. So, I would do stuff for them, but not for the college per se.
Gotcha. Well, I'm it's still stuck in my head, but we're gonna move forward with that. But nevertheless, to go to Auntie Outside and the remarkable uh ThriftNic, all of those things. Like you're very great at doing these events. On top of, I mean, everything around it, from creating the content for it, all the way to that the marketing aspect of it. Like that's why I'm sitting here saying, like, I thought you mentioned something communications, but you're so great at it. Like it's just a matter of you saying what's the best that can happen, or was you like, all right,
Yeah.
let me just jump on Canva and see what I can do, or YouTube, like talk about that part first.
I think it's because I'm a LimeWire baby. I was raised on LimeWire. If I break my mama computer and it blow up, it just blow up. Like I don't have no fear. Like it's not mine. So there's nothing I can break in life. That's just how I see it. Like there's nothing I can break that can't be fixed. If I make a flyer and I hate it, you may see it. You may see a new one pop up. I mean, I don't know. Just fake it till you make it.
Wow. But that's a good spirit to have. I mean, I feel like because a lot of creators, a lot of people that hold great ideas, they don't know how to do that. They don't
And
know how
that's
to
me.
say, hey, yeah, that's
I would never do it. I would never put the event out there if I would just overthink it and stay on the flyers and stay on this. I would just never do it. That's why ThriftNic took 4, 5, 6 years to actually happen because I would just talk about it until just like my locks. I was like, just shut up and do it. Like, it's no need to keep talking about it. You're
mm,
either gonna do it or you're not. And I did. I did it scared.
yeah. I mean, and we appreciate people like you. But like I honor people like that because we have to go through those modes. We have to go through that. Oh, is people gonna receive it well, or am I even doing this right? Knowing good and well, there is no rules and regulations to any of this stuff. Like, I mean, I
Right.
wish I could adopt the what's the best that can happen years ago, but I'm not looking backwards. I definitely look forward, but it just it's commendable to see that you can do that, and then you have like this awesome product, this awesome thing that you built.
And I want to take everybody along with me. Like, it is a lot of prayer. At the last ThriftNic, my nephew's friend, she was like, I kind of want to learn about this event thing. Hey, baby, I've been praying for an intern. I've been praying for an intern, somebody to shadow me, somebody I can kind of write this stuff out to pass on and for us to kind of do it together. And she's like, that's what I'm looking for. I was like, well, here you are, and here I am. Let's do it. So everything always works out exactly how it's supposed to. And there's just no other options in life.
I love it. I love it. So let's break down. Let's start with Miss Thrifty Rose. I mean,
Okay.
you mentioned that your mom was selling up and down the southeast in regards to clothing and stuff like that. So that's where the love of the thrifting action came about.
So thrifting came because I would wear really fly outfits probably about 3 or 4 years after the divorce. So people would say, "Oh, you look nice," instead of leading with, "Oh, how are you?" Because if you ask me how I
Mm.
am, I'm gonna burst into tears right here, right now. It's the inevitable. It's gonna happen. But if you just say, "Oh, I like your outfit," I can move on and push that down and deal with that later. So through that, it was like, "Oh, girl, you like my dress? It's got pockets, and I'm not gonna wear it again. Do you want it? Because you can have it." So through that, people would ask me where I shop, and I'm like, I don't know if it fits, it ships. Like I'm gonna wear what I want to wear and what I feel good in, and I had again get okay inside of myself to know that if I walk out that house, however I walk out that house is acceptable because I'm okay with it. So through that, I wanted to share that with other women. Funny enough, my mom was selling her sewing machine after so many years, and Candace, she's a dressmaker here, and she's always at Army mostly, and me and her are now friends. But she commented on the post, and I saw these live sales, and it was like QVC, like you hold up an item number so and so, and I'm like, what is this? It's a whole new world, and that was live sales. So I did that for over 2 years, and it was amazing building that. online thrift community.
And then that's how Thrifty Rose came about, or Thrifty Rose existed beforehand, or is that a nickname?
No, Thrifty Rose came from thrifting. It's funny. I have a picture on my desk. It says Secondhand Rose Thrift Shop. This picture has been around longer than I have been. And I came across it maybe a year in the live sales. I was like, okay, God, I see what you're doing there. Like, this was always supposed to be. I was like, how ironic. So now I'm sitting here, and yeah, I might be glistening a little bit, but I'm in House of Rose, which is my speakeasy shed in the backyard where people can come do private shops with me. They can get styling, they can get all the things they need in a one-stop shop. So it's again me being able to love on people, spend time with people, and make sure they're taking care and checking in on themselves to do that work to get where they need to be. Some people have to work backwards. They have to get their outside together before their inside. Whatever works for you, just do it. Just do it because somebody's waiting on you to be done.
Mm, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's move into Auntie Outside. That whole auntie situation has definitely been a prominent thing in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the women are being called auntie. Seeing like and auntie is like way younger than average now.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I know women that are like 30, between 30, 31, 32 years old, and they've been like full aunties for like 10 plus years. Like they have like
Mhm.
10, 11-year old like nieces and nephews. But nevertheless, auntie is this prominent name in our community, in our black community. Um, and now you have adopted the auntie outside situation. So tell us about um, auntie outside, where that comes from. Uh, I love Auntie Outside. Like I told you before, it's a brand. It's like a big old brand in my head. But let the people know.
It's getting there. It's getting there. So shout out to Michael Clark Jr. because yeah, Auntie Outside is my jam. I love me some good Southern soul music. But Auntie Outside really came about because I would be outside with my actual nephew, like my mother's son's son. So this is my real nephew. And he has like social anxiety and people know, so I'm not telling his business. But he would go to these creator meetups and like sit in the car and wait for me. And sometimes he might go in, sometimes he might not. He gonna see if I'ma go or not. But through that, when we would get inside, hey baby, don't talk to me. Go find 5 people you ain't met before and let's start there. And through that, just seeing him like continue to meet other people and other people. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you. So it really came because he is my real auntie. And people would hear him calling me that and they'd be like, oh, hey auntie. Okay, that works. Um, so I never really knew if it was a thing or not. I'm like, is it good? Is it working? Is it not? And it was solidified at Podfest this year. So the first day, pre-check in, this lady comes up. When I tell you I never saw this lady again the entire 4 days we were there. And I was telling her about Auntie Outside, and she's like, yeah, the auntie is like who you trust. Like auntie is the oracle in the family. Like you'll go to your auntie before you go to your mama sometimes. And I was like, oh my
Mhm.
goodness, like that's it. That's what I want to be for my community. Like I want to be somebody they can trust. I've always been a person who takes my name extremely serious. I only get one. Well, I get 3. I get as many names as I want to give myself. But at my core, I only get one. So when you see Auntie Outside, I want you to know it's something you can trust. I'm not out here promoting stuff just because it's really stuff I believe in that can help us, that can push our culture, that again, that I am willing to put my stamp on to say, I really believe in this.
Yeah, you said, as it states on the website, please make sure you go check it out, auntieoutside.com. It said it highlights the best events with great vibes, live music, chicken, and chairs for millennials who love getting out and having fun.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be in no club standing up. I need to have something to eat, preferably, little wings and fries basket. Ain't never did me wrong. And a chair to sit in. I'm not gonna stand up for 4 hours. No, and no, and no. And you can't make me.
Yeah,
But
that's
and then the
that's a little
website
much.
came. Yeah, it's too much. Too much. But the website came about is because us millennials are tired of social media. So I wanted there to still be a place where the intersection. So people can go straight to the website to get event information and not feel like they're missing out for taking care of their self and getting off social media.
Indeed. And even looking at the website, I mean, like you very detailed. Like I mean the calendar for April, everything is on here. And I mean it's a variety of things that's going on or whatnot. Then you have the newsletter, and then every event uh, that you that you go to, you have like this very beautiful recap, and it's very stylistic. It's just crazy stylish the way that you do it. It seems like every last one of them have been like totally different from the
I
style
try.
standpoint.
I
Oh
try.
my
I
god,
really
I'm
do.
like,
I try.
but let me tell you something. You're doing an absolutely great job with that because you
Thank
know,
you.
um, everybody has. I mean, I guess I'm old school with it a little bit, but having an aesthetic is cool. But like the way that you do it is just like it's just so chef's kiss, and you're able to play that role like very with no problem at all, and it fits your personality too. So yeah, please y'all go check out Auntie's Outside,
Yes.
AuntieOutside.com. I'll make sure don't put that S on there. Don't put the S on there. So, but let's go back into the community action of it. I mean, you saw this void that well, did you think it was a void for you to do all this? I mean, like you got a calendar out, you got a newsletter out. I mean, you popping on your Miss Thrifty Rose page, Auntie Outside page. You're on each platform consistently. So
Yeah,
did you
and
do
it's
you
a
feel like that was a
balance.
void? Is a balance?
It's
Yeah.
a it's a balance for sure because a lot of that stuff be teed up. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Auntie, I tell you the
Yeah,
truth
yeah.
now. A lot of it be scheduled and I've taken the time to put things in place so I can still go play Just Dance with the kids and still go to the next event. Cause sometimes I hate getting backed up. I'm like, dang, I got 3 events to edit. I still want it to be fresh on people's mind. But
Right.
it wasn't a void. It was just realizing that I think people didn't know where to go and the fact that people were scared of trying to find out. And I would see that because
Hmm.
I'm very involved in the Jax Creators Group, which is the most diverse group of creators on the planet coming together under one roof. And it's such a free exchange of ideas in there. It's like, oh, you do this? Let me help you. Oh, you do this? And it's a beautiful thing to watch. But I'm just like, how can we come together and have this same energy within our own community?
Mm.
Create Jax does a beautiful job of doing events. And I promote every single event site I can because I can't do them all. I know I can't cover them all. Again, I cover what I like, what I trust, and what I've been to. 9 times out of 10, if you send me an event and I have not been, I will have to come first on my own dime and see it to really be able to promote other people. I don't want to put people in those bad situations. Um, I have a heart. I lead with heart. I think that's the best answer to that question. I don't know if it was a void or not. I just know I lead with heart.
I love it. There's definitely a lot of love, a lot of love in what you do. So I understand that part. So with that, even just looking at the site, let's go back into the thrifting action. ThriftNic, the ultimate thrift picnic. Um, talk about that, like how that came about. I mean, we talked about it on here earlier, but still, like for you to say, all right, you know what? It's time to do this event. And I want to
It's
say that you did
time.
it one time, but then you came back and said we need to do this a little more often, correct?
And you pushed me to do that too. You literally told me. And sometimes, again, people don't know words have power in the smallest thing you say. But you said, "Oh, you on to something," and I was like, "Mr. Alfie said I'm on to something." It's like your uncle putting $100 bill in the birthday card. I was like, "Okay." big group. I was like, okay, okay. But the whole relationship with Ruby Beach, and shout out to Ruby Beach, because for you to
Mm,
believe in me means a lot. And that's the biggest thing that I want people to know that may be watching this. Like, how is everybody getting the opportunities? First, you believe in yourself, then you get somebody else to believe in you.
for
That's the
sure.
start.
Yep.
Um,
Proof of concept.
and that's what it's for. And so many people were like, why are you doing it free? Why? Hey, baby, because God told me to is the real answer. And because I want to do this and I want to show people I can do this. You have to start somewhere. I would love and shout out and manifest a relationship with ThriftCon and these other big cons that go to different cities to say, hey, here's a park. Let's do a thrift picnic in the park. That's ultimately what I want it to
Right.
be, something that can travel during the summer, your favorite thrifts, summertime festival. And if you want to wear fly socks and tees to it, I'm okay with that too. But just
Hey.
just fun things to do over the summer that's out of the ordinary. People haven't really talked about thrifting and a picnic together, or if they have, I didn't know. And I felt the way because there were people that was like, I had that idea. Hey, baby, if God to give it to you, he'll give it to somebody else if you don't do nothing with it. And I know that firsthand by seeing hundreds. The amount of stuff that comes in my head is wild. I've seen hundreds of events that have come in my mind. I have not acted on it, and somebody else has done it. And with this, it's
Mm.
my baby. I love it. And to have this relationship and do it every single month, Art Walk Wednesdays. And I'm not gonna lie, a month roll around fast. It's like the first of the month. It's like rent for me. It's like, okay, we need a theme, we need a flyer, we need vendors. Let's do this. And people have believed in me and they come. They come, they come, they come. And it makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Listen, I never seen anything like this. So I mean, I guess I want to say I'm surprised that somebody might have said, "Oh, well, this I had this idea for a moment and never did it." It don't even matter. I mean, I think of the big factor of it is the fact that it in my journeys here in Jacksonville, I've never seen it done, and I've never seen it
Yeah.
done in a way that you've done it. Like the last one that you had a whole like fashion show, like a whole fashion
Yes.
show.
And that's
I'm
again
like I'm
partnership,
like you are
relationship.
going beyond yourself.
We had the Easter bunny. We had an adult Easter egg
Uh,
hunt. All the things. Cause why not? Why not? I got a bunny suit in my closet. Why not? I have these things. They've
and
always been in my zone. I also manage Black Santa. That's like a little known at least history fact. But I managed Black Santa for 9 years. So
hold on real quick. Let's go back, right? So remember I was telling you about the communication media thing, right? That's what
oh,
we
that's
was talking
it.
about.
That's it. Yep.
That's it. Okay.
Yep. Black
But you
Santa
lear- but
Jax.
you okay. So you learned, I'm sure that you learned from that, right? And started applying that to the things that you wanted to do, correct?
That was also a again crazy faith. What's the best that can happen? I literally called River City Marketplace and was like, "Hey, we need a spot for 2 months. Do you have anything?" We were in doggone Mattress Firm. It was huge. It was a whole
Mm,
village. Perfect
right.
price in the middle of like what? It just worked. It just worked. It just worked. I don't know. It
Wow.
was crazy.
Wow, 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 wow. So yeah, man, thrift Nick, the ultimate thrift picnic. I think that's such a great and beautiful idea. Uh, one particular one that I went to was I no, I went. I just went. I want to say Larry was DJing that night. Shout out to
That was
Larry
my very
Love.
first one.
That was the very
Yeah,
first one.
that
Okay,
was the
and,
very
and
first
it was
one.
just a lot of activity, and it was just I know this might sound cliche to say, but it was such a great like vibe out there. But it was a different type of vibe. Like
It was.
I mean, outside of just people being free and being expressive, and a lot of the clothing that they had, it was just people were just in this like very loud, calm spirit, everybody
And
from the
it was a
vendors to
spirit
the
of
people that were there. It was
hopefulness.
just it was everybody was chill and calm, but it was very loud. And when I say loud, it was like the calmness was so loud to where people would you can still just come in and just have a great time. I hope I'm making sense what I'm saying. It was just like loudly calm, but it was like a very different type of feel, and I just love that feeling. It was just a great like feeling there, and it was cool that you were putting that together. Yeah, it's dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But it means the world to me. It really, really does.
Indeed, indeed. So, a couple more things. The podcasting world. I know I know you're in the podcasting world. I would like to know your thoughts a little bit about uh Duval podcasting. Um Specifically in our community, in our black community. And what I mean, just do you have any goals that you would like to speak on? Like, do you have anything that you would like to work on in regards to, your podcast in general? You can pick which one
Um,
you want to
I,
answer.
I would like to start with doing it more. That's first. And it's not that I don't want to do it or have the time. It's just I'm so critical of my own stuff. Like you talk about how my content is amazing, and it is for y'all stuff. And then I'll be looking at mine for 2 hours like, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna just do something else. So I'm very critical of myself, which is horrible. I know, and I'm working through it. Um, but I just have to get more focused on the route I want podcasting to take. But for now with podcasting, I'm in a space of if I can help you, I'll help you. Like I don't know the answers, but I know who can find the answers. I feel like I'm a good consultant in this space because I'm an operator. I can send you over here. I can send you where you need to be to get your answer. But just right now,
Right.
it's not something that I think Auntie Outside kind of took over what the gap for my podcast was gonna be. But the one
Right.
episode I have up now is a episode about male friendship. And it's a beautiful episode. And I don't care if it sits there by itself forever and ever. Amen. I'm proud of the episode. And when I wanna release another one, it'll be by whenever I feel like it. That's my frequency for my podcasting. But I just feel like it may be the void because we've both been to the podcaster meetup and it's not many of us, but yeah, it's a lot of us here that have podcasts. Where are you?
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
some of those same people may say, "Oh, people don't support me." Baby, I don't even know you. In my most I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like I want to know you, but I haven't seen you come out to events. I mean, you haven't connected. How are we supposed to find you? Like what would you like for us to do? Is it message you on Facebook? Whatever that looks like, I would like for and I'll just say the black podcasters in Jacksonville to do something. And maybe this episode will inspire somebody because I know it's not me. I'm doing enough with trying to get Podfest together for the black podcasters. That's a whole nother monster. I don't have the capacity. But somebody listening does. And you should do it if it's on your heart. And we will
Right.
support you if you do it because it's on your heart.
Right. That's a good and that's a good look on it because a lot of people I know a lot of people look at me and be like, "Well, we need to start this." Da, da, da. And I'm like, "Look, man, I can't start up not one more thing." I'm like, "But if somebody else can start it up, I can help you. I can be I can shadow you or give advice and definitely get you to the people that will make it happen." But I do feel like it needs to exist. It's just, man, it's a lot, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So,
It
ooh, it's a lot.
is. It is. I was just on Instagram before we hopped on and I was talking to another event curator. I was like, we need a group chat, a very private, very, very, very private group chat. Where we could just voice our frustrations and just get it out so we can keep moving. Because we're gonna keep moving. But
Yeah,
sometimes you just gotta get it out.
right,
You just need to be able to release some things because somebody else may have capacity and may be willing to work with you, but you'll never know if you don't ever ask them.
for sure, for sure. And even with the stance that, and let's talk about the event that happened. We're talking about today, but we record this on April 7th, 2025. Uh, the young lady that spoke out about stuff not going on in Jacksonville, and the infamous quote, "Jacksonville is born." And I want to say I came across a couple people's stuff, and I saw yours in the shuffle, but um just the energy you had behind that, I definitely feel like people like you and this content creating space and the people that let us know what's going on, like y'all definitely need a chat. Y'all need a chat because like y'all are building up a database of everybody's stuff that's going on. And for somebody just to come and say, "Oh, Jacksonville is born" or whatever, I don't know. It seems like it could be kind of offensive, and it's almost
Very.
kind of like belittling to like what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? When I say y'all, I'm talking about you was it She Be Knowing, which I just started following. They've been following me for a
Mhm.
long time, but I just started following them. I mean, the infamous Mighty Create Jacks. Stuff to do in Jacksonville, Folio Weekly, like downtown Jack, like all these things, right? But it seems so, I don't know, it just seems so offensive for that to happen or whatnot. So, um, how do you deal with that noise? Like, how do you deal with that? Because this is not the first time you've dealt with this.
Mm.
You've dealt with this multiple times on a regular day.
It's funny because this is actually the anniversary of the first time I publicly spoke about something like this with the Caribbean Seafood
Ah,
Crawfish Festival.
wow,
It came up on my memory. So
yeah,
that was just last year. And reading the
wow,
post, my thoughts, feelings, and emotions still stand. I came from a place of love. My post, and I think whatever I shared, they may have deleted, but it said, let's come to the table. Like, let's talk about this. What went wrong? What could we have done better? Like, I come from a place of love. And some of y'all might be listening and be like, well, she can cuss me out, and I can. And I can, but don't get on that side of me, and we don't have to worry about that. We not talking to you. We talking to the other percentage, the 98%. That's what we talking to. So to the 98%, they I move and operate in love. If I can help you in a way, if you're like, well, this didn't work because we couldn't get Eventbrite figured out. Okay, let's hop on Zoom. I can help you set that up. These are things I have in my power to
right,
do. I'm willing to assist. I'm not willing to
right,
extend myself when you don't have a good heart in what you're doing. But if you're trying to do a good work, I'm willing to assist in any way I can. So again, it was for me personally, as a person who's doing the work, that post was offensive because I'm looking at Jacksonville Bestie page. I'm looking at all of these local pages. All of us have links to these
yep,
events. We all have links to these events. We have to go find the link. We have to put them on the website. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And even the conversation I had the other day about should influencers have to talk about if they're being paid for their work. That's another thing ethically.
yeah,
I feel like, yeah. I mean, granted, we know you're not getting 10 plates of food and you're going to eat it all. But if you're at an event and you're hosted to be there, why can't you just say that? I mean, are you not being honest? Like, what is the pull? We don't know where your allegiance stands when you're posting for these companies that's getting money from us because we see it, we're excited. And then we go and it's a dud and it's like, oh well, Auntie Outside sent me here. What is this? I don't know. They paid me. I cashed my check. That ain't got nothing to do
yeah,
with me. I don't move and operate like that. And there's people here that do, and there's people everywhere that do.
yeah,
Let's not act like it's just Jacksonville. So through that, it's just
right, right.
either you're going to want to do something and I can help you fix the problem. Like what you want to do, sugar? You want to go jet ski? Okay, call Captain Lioness. She just popped out in Jacksonville. She got a jet ski, a yacht, and a boat. What we doing? Like I don't know. Let's fix this. These are fixable things. Let's not just
Mhm.
complain. Let's come up with a solution or shut up.
Yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. And that's the part that, I was telling somebody the other day. I was saying like, I'm still trying to break down the groove suite, which I appreciate you coming and just making like this fabulous content for the groove suite. Uh, like I don't want to stay too much on the groove suite, but for me, it's had a lot of trials. I wouldn't say errors. I would just say a lot of trials when it comes to groove suite because groove suite just it's a way that I want it to look, and it's a way that I want it to feel. And that event last Thursday, that room, it was funny because people were saying if you could explain LP in a room as a
I
room, this
heard
would be
that.
explained. So for that to happen, and then for you to do the video that matched that encompasses that, I'm like, man, this is like the most beautiful thing ever. That listen, I don't know. See, that's why I want to get too deep in the groove suite because I lost my thought. I lost my thought where I was going at with that. But um, nevertheless, to go back to the solution oriented part, I just feel like that's very important when it comes to people of your caliber. Oh no, this is what I was saying. I was saying that I'm very funny about. I want people involved that feel involved. I don't want to just book you or have you come and feel like, okay, well, I'm just doing this to get a check, or I got my check. That's all that matter. Like, no, I'm trying to provide an experience for my community or for these people that I feel like are not being catered to enough or to the liking that I would like to do it. So of course I would like to have a photographer there that really sees this event and be like, let me shoot it so others can see it and get a great example of like what this is going to look like or what is this going to feel like. And there's very few people from DJs to influencers to artists, all that stuff. It's very few people that embody that. So yeah, I understand that whole part. Like, you know, I would hate for somebody to tell me, "Oh, well, I'm coming here, da 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 da," and then they getting paid for it, and then you go and be like, "Well, my service was bad," and then they like, "Well, I got my check, it don't matter." Like
Yeah,
that seems very daunting, you know what I'm saying, to
yeah.
somebody's brand. Like that's weird to me, but I
And
don't know.
I will say even that conversation came about because a business owner posted like, "Oh, I paid this influencer to come out and they said the food was bland." And that's even what prompted the discussion because it's like, well, what did you want them to say? Did you want them to say something different because you paid them? Or what were you expecting? Because nobody would have known you paid them if you wouldn't have said anything. What were you expecting in return? It sounds like you were expecting something
Yeah,
that wasn't honest in exchange for your money, and that's not how we should operate with each other. Because we're taking each other's
right,
dollars. That's not fair. That's not.
right,
I don't get down like that.
at all.
Auntie don't like that. That's a segment on my podcast. Auntie don't like that.
Auntie, yeah, that ain't cool at all, man. And
Mm-mm.
yeah, but things go wrong.
Mhm.
So cool, cool. All right, well, I got one more question, and after that, we got another question or thing that we would like to discuss. But thank you so much, Miss Rose, for everything that you do. I'm gonna keep saying it until the longest day that we're able to be around each other. So I just appreciate you being this community person, um, and just seeing about the community because a lot of people just don't see about the community like that. And yeah, I just love it.
I appreciate that so much. And I don't think you know how much I appreciate you. Like, I mean, I really get to look at you each and every day on my desk now, you know.
Did you
But
show?
that's
Hold on. Did you
another
show
one.
the picture? I'm sorry. Did you show the picture?
Yep. Yep. But that's because when I go to events, I want to mix it up. I want to do something different with my content time. So I wanted to humble you from our beginning, from our start, to know this was
Listen,
baby Pete vision.
I listen. I love it. Listen, I have no problem with any baby pictures, all that stuff. Them humble beginnings is I love it. So that was, and then
Because you're
that was
living
just
his
awesome.
dream. You're living his
Yeah.
dream right now. Like, He
Absolutely.
believed in you.
Absolutely.
He was
Yeah.
wearing Adidas too, I'm
That's
sure.
absolutely. 7th grade, that's when I started wearing Adidas. That was in 7th grade. Straight up. But no, that was see, that's what I'm saying. Like those good words, those good words. These are tear dropping type of actions. And I love when I receive them. So I know that the community loves when you do the same thing. So I just have
I
to say
appreciate
thank you
it.
for that for sure. Yeah. All right. So the last thing, I did have that last question, but it's all good. So, have you ever been on front of a magazine? Have you ever been on the cover of a magazine or been in front of a newspaper or anything?
I've done a couple articles. I've done a couple newspaper articles, not like a picture on the front of a magazine though. I spoke at Podfest for the first time. That was exciting, but not like a magazine cover. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm about
I
to
might be
say,
on
I'm about
Thrift.
is that
I might be on
something?
Thrift
Is
Weekly. I
that
don't know. I might need to start up Auntie Outside monthly or something. Don't have me passing out magazines in the club like church flyers on Sunday, because I will.
now
Church
if I
fans
come
and
up to you
all.
and I see you, if I see you on a cover or something, I'm coming to you saying like you came with my picture, and I asked for an autograph.
Yep. Yep, and I'ma frame it. I'ma frame I got spots all over here. I try to keep my friend's art. That's my friend picture. I keep local stuff around me and I'm put it right on the wall. Just like you signed your picture, I'ma
Indeed.
sign mine.
I love it. All righty. So, the Dripping in Black community company would like to present something to you.
Oh my Lanta.
Do you see it
I
now?
love that. Yes. And let me tell you a story about this outfit and these glasses. So I bought the glasses first and then I thrifted the blazer. And they matched perfectly. And then I sold the blazer because anything could go. I ain't gonna wear it too many times. I love that. Those were my first headshots.
Oh, dope. And that's a dope story because I'm
I
looking at the
love
glasses and it looked
that.
like the glasses and the blazer
Oh
supposed
yeah, it
to
was the exact print. I don't know how that happened. It
oh
was the
exactly.
exact
Okay.
print. That is
Wow.
wild. I'm a part of the family
Cool.
now. I love y'all. Oh my gosh. What's the best that can happen?
Yes, so we wanted to present you with your own magazine cover. You're definitely in the family now. We definitely appreciate everything that you do, and hopefully everybody has learned a great amount of things that you contribute to our communities, um, all of the things. So, for me, again, I appreciate you totally. But I've always wanted to honor you and in some type of capacity, and I felt like Dripping in Black was like the spot that I was like, I need to have her on here for sure. So I'm glad we had an opportunity to even have this conversation, and I hope that you will enjoy the
Yes.
magazine cover. This will be delivered to you, so you'll have a physical copy
Oh.
of this that you can put around everywhere else.
Yep, Imma sign it for you. Don't worry.
Well, no, you that's gonna be yours. So I mean,
I gotta get copies. Imma put it on a shirt. Imma just have it everywhere. Anybody wants to see my magazine, it's in my pocket all the You know how they used to carry the little diplomas in your wallet? Imma have it like that because I just love that so much. I'm gonna have 5 by 7 prints available.
hey, that's a good idea though. That's a good
Oh
idea
my
while you playing.
goodness.
Yes, but listen, we truly thank you. Um, thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. We can have more of these as time comes. And all the things, yeah. So let
All the
people
things.
know what you got coming up next. Let them know where they can find you. All of the things.
Well, you can find me on social media under Miss Thrifty Rose and Auntie Outside. I just made a separate TikTok for Auntie Outside so you could easily navigate and find events and activities in Jacksonville. It will all be linked through my website, auntie outside.com. Each and every Art Walk Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month, you can find me, and you can find me where the good vibes are. That's where you can find me. Or home in
Indeed,
my
indeed,
pajamas,
indeed.
depending on which day it is. Cause oof, baby, the best part of being outside is being able to come back inside when you done. That'd be the best part. So
Listen, I already know. I already know. Some of them, listen, some of them days I be like, boy, like, don't let me
mm,
mess around and have like a weekend free.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, either I'm gonna go out and like see some stuff or I'm gonna be right on the couch looking crazy.
in Adidas pajamas, I'm sure.
No, but Adidas socks for sure. And Adidas jacket, as you see.
Yep, yep, yep. It's your
Cool.
brand. It's a brand.
Oh yeah. So yeah, with that, Miss Alyce Rose, thank you so much. Hold tight, don't go nowhere. We're gonna close out the show, but thank you to everybody that tuned in to this episode of Dripping the Black Podcast. I am the special guest, Mr. Al Pete of the NPN Network, the mighty NPN Network. You can find me at MrAlPete.com or mpn-lc.com. On all the socials, Mr. Alpete, MrAlPete. I be lurking on there doing stuff, talking about DJs and all the other crap. So, but thank you to the Dripping the Black family. Please make sure you go to drippingtheblack.com so you can stay up to date on all the things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel that you're watching this on now. And for Dripping the Black, the Drip Shop, go to dibkdripshop.com. That's dibkdripshop.com. And get you some merch, get you a cup, get you a shirt, get you all the things that will represent your blackness. All right. So y'all be good and be good to yourselves and be good to others. All right. I will see y'all on the flip side. To the top.
On the season 5 finale of Dripping in Black podcast, executive producer Sean Smith recaps season 5 and tells us what's next with special guest host Al Pete and Dominic Lawson.
Thanks for vibing with us. Keep the conversation going. Like, subscribe, and follow at DIBK20 on social media. Visit drippinginblack.com for all things dripping in black and dibkdripshop.com for your drip and other merch. Until next time, be well and much love.
You have just experienced a Dripping in Black production.